Matatu hiyo iliyokuwa imejaa abiria 33 ilipinduka Jumatano usiku kwenye barabara ya Enterprise Nairobi wakati ikifanya sarakasi hatari ambazo zinajulikana kama nyoka na twak ambazo huwa zinadumu na vile kudundisha gari. Waliofariki ni kondakta watatu na abiria wawili ambao miili yao sasa inahifadhiwa katika makafani ya Nairobi.
Another 7 people down due to reckless driving. Yani, we've lost another 7 innocent Kenyans due to reckless driving. And apparently, you see all the traffic police acting as if this matatu was driving on air. It was not driving on the road, where those people are watching. Let me tell you guys, the issue of matatu twerking along the road, the issue of matatu doing Manyoka along the road, along the public road, is not something that have just happened like the first time with that matatu that ended up killing 7 innocent Kenyans. But you know what is even worse? Is that all these things happens in the eyes of our so-called police officers, who apparently they're supposed to be, I don't know, doing what, but the only thing they do is kuchukua hongo. You know, every Kenyans in Nairobi especially, who have ever, I don't know, like as long as you are in Nairobi, I'm sure you've already witnessed that firsthand. Like seeing those matatus doing whatever they were doing, like they call it twerking and doing manyoka along the road. It's not the first time that they're seeing this. Honestly, it's not the first time like they're seeing it. It's not the first time that people have complained about it. It's not the first time. And the funniest bit is that those matatus utafikiria ati hazipitangi mbele ya traffic police. No, they will definitely, they usually pass there. Na zikipita hapo hivyo zinakuwa bado zimeashiza malike zake, zipita hizo honi bado zitakimbia. But there is anything that are done against that? No. There is nothing. Hakuna kitu na happening. It's not that they don't know that that thing can cause accident. They already know. They already aware that those people are risking people's life. But apparently nothing is done. Nothing. Like nothing. And you know why? Okay, you all know why. Apparently those matatus, they are owned or co-owned by those people who apparently, I don't know, they also own Kenya. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. But guys, I've ever witnessed that, not even witnessed, I've ever been in such kind of matatu, like inside that kind of matatu. I remember it was around 3, and you know 3, like along our roads in Nairobi, as it's so busy. This matatu was coming from Rungai, and I remember it picked me hapo hivyo karibu na Galleria. I don't remember the stage vile inaitwa, but hapo karibu na Bomas of Kenya, hapo hivyo Galleria. That's where that's where I was picked. And the reason why I pandared this matatu, guys, I want to be honest with you, me I don't like pandering those matatu, because I remember back then there was an instance whereby nilikuwa nimebango na hiyo matatu nikitoka Kiambu Road, and nilikuwa supposed to kuwa Lightwear, and the windows are covered so I cannot even see outside, and the music is just so loud, like your mind is not even settled. And in mind you, it was early in the morning. Hiyo time nikibeba kutoka Kiambu Road, it was early in the morning. I ended up kupitishwa. Vile niliingia kwa gari, we know early in the morning we don't choose matatus, guys. We don't choose matatus early in the morning. Ile matatu umeona ndo unapandanga. And nilibebwa nikiwa excess. Nilibebwa along Kiambu Road, hapo bypass along Kiambu Road. That's where I took matatu. Niliingia kwa hiyo matatu. And apparently mimi nilibebwa nikiwa excess. Wakaniambia kuna mtu anashukia DCI, so I will get a seat. And I was like, okay, cool. Nikaingia kwa matatu, but along the way nilikuwa supposed kushukia wapi by the way? Nilikuwa supposed kushukia Ngara. Na actually nikiingia kwa matatu niliambia msee nashukia Ngara, kaniambia sawa dam. Nikaingia. And then tell me why the tout hata niambii that hii gari haipiti Thika Road. Apparently hiyo gari ilikuwa inaenda ilikuwa inaenda BS. I didn't know that. So mimi nimeingia kwa gari. Okay, I don't know. Sisema kama nikupitishwa nimetishwa kwa sikupitishwa nimepitishwa. Apparently gari haikupitia penye nilikuwa nafaa kupitia. So ilifika before ufike kuna mali gari zinaingilianga hapo hivyo karibu na Gurunana somewhere there. And then zinaenda Kiambu, zinaenda BS. So that's what happened. And ever since then, like I made a promise to myself that I will never ever again panda hizo manyanga. Magari zinazojiita manyanga sijui whatever. I will never panda them. But hiyo gari haikuwa na mashimo. The only thing was ilikuwa na a lot of noise, like it's early in the morning and you guys are bombing up like our ears. Ilikuwa na a lot of music, a very loud music. It's early in the morning. We just come from our beds, like we're crying out loud, like. And apparently the conductor, they're just so rude. Like, ilifika mahali nikajiambia like I think I'm almost nafaa kuwa nimefika saa hii. So nikafika kwa conductor, mama nikaenda kwa conductor akamwambia like hatujafika Ngara saa hii. And then the conductor was just so rude. Like, madam, hii gari ni ya BS. So, let me ask you, Mr. Man. Like, okay, when I was boarding this month, did they tell you that mimi nashukia Ngara? Yes. Why hukuniambia at that point that hii gari ni inaenda BS? Okay, that aside. So that was the first time we experienced that matatu with a lot of. And the only thing was bad with that a lot of loud music and a lot of every screen everywhere. And guys, I don't know if it's me, but I don't know. Like hizi gari zenye zinakuja zinawekwa a lot of screen like kwa gari like kuna screen inside, kuna screen huko mbele, kuna speaker. Sijui kama ndo nimeweka ama sijui kama mimi ndo niko na wivu sababu sina gari, siwezi afford gari yenye kupimp gari hivyo. But I don't know guys. Like as for me I feel like that's just too much. Like, that's just too much. We only board matatu itupeleke place tunaenda and you don't need all those shenanigans along the way. But guys, what I'm trying to say that whatever happened juzi and us losing our innocent Kenyans is not something that the government, I would say the government, yeah, because the police officers are part of the government. It's not something that our police traffic officer, they don't know. No, they know. Because if for us to know, how do you don't know like zinapitianga mbele ya macho yenu? So for that back instance that I that I experienced while coming from Galeria along kutoka gari ilikuwa inatoka where is it called Rongai. Let me tell you Maina. First of all, ilikuwa around 3ish. On a normal day and a normal condition and with a normal matatu, I was supposed to pay 50 bob. It was before the hike, the fuel hike. So apparently it was just 50 bob. At that point nilikuwa nalipanga 50 bob. But after nimeingia kwa mat, tell me why nilipea huyu jamaa rema ilikuwa na 200, nilimpea 200 bob akanirudishia 100 bob. And I'm like, okay, kwani mat ni how much? Akaniambia ni so. Nikuulize kwani umenitoa wapi? Kwani umenitoa kwako? Like umenitoa Pepe Galeria. Sasa umenitoa sijui wapi. But that was not the issue. Let me tell you my now. Hiyo gari ilikuwa inaenda kama wazimu. And I don't know, I think the only normal people who were in that car is only me. Like the only two normal people in that car. Like only two of us that tulikuwa normal. All the other people is kind of they were just enjoying. And for me I was like, okay, why are they doing this? And the person next to me is a lady mwenye alikuwa mpaka apparently anaamka anaanza kubas. So, madam, you're not seeing anything wrong with whatever the conductor they're doing. You're not seeing anything wrong with how this matatu is being driven. You're not seeing anything wrong with how they put a lot of loud music at this time of the day where you are coming from job. Guys, what I'm trying to say is that everything that happened about us killing and losing a lot of and losing our innocent Kenyans is not something that could not have been it's not something that could not have been controlled. And apparently it's not something that the government does not do. It's not something that the traffic police they don't know. Because that day I remember, tukitoka Rungai unakuja unapitia hapo hivyo Nyayo, unaingia Mombasa Road. Tell me why all this, why hiyo barabara yote kuna kwanga na makarao, like at all times kuna kwanga na makarao, and hatukusimamishwa, hatukuwa like gari ilikuwa inaenda vile inataka ikiyumba, watu wakishout kwa mlango. Kuna watu they are just dancing for no good reason. Kuna watu wanaswing, the way people just swing, gari inaenda they just hold like a chuma people kwa mlango, then they just swing. That's what they are doing. And mind you, all this while the gari is doing the Manyoka thing, like the meandering with a lot of loud music, like peeping, like very many horns for no good reason. Hakuna mtu kwa barabara, like anapiga tu horn just for, I don't know why, I don't know what was going on with the head of that driver. And watu hawakuwa wana complain. So let me tell you guys, as much as pengine vinasema ati these things, sijui tunafaa sijui pata justice, tunafaa fanya nini. First of all, you need to understand the fact that we as Kenyans, wenye tunapandanga hizo gari, we do encourage them, because majority of those people wanakuanga wamebeba kwa hizo gari wanakuanga Gen Zs, and those people they don't care, like they don't see anything in them, like they don't see anything risky, they don't know when they are endangering their life. So most of the time, after anything happen kwa gari, they just happy, they just, when your blood is rushing and they're just feeling as if you want to scream out because you are afraid of you're afraid you're seeing as if the next move you're going to just the car is just going to lose control. They just cool down, and actually kuna madam alikuwa anarombosa. Yeah, kuna madam alikuwa anarombosa kwa gari na public means, and anarombosa I think sometimes just being old, you sometimes unakaanga hivi unafikiri ama mimi ndo siko poa by the way. Ama mimi ndo siko poa. But tell me why everybody else is not even complaining. Tell me why like everybody else is just so calm and collected, and they're just so happy, and they're dancing into the moves, and they're just rhyming like ngoma zetu sijui wanaenda tu wakipanga ngoma zote. So these things, as much as they are happening and whatever happened, and before I even continue, may the souls of whoever lost their lives, they just rest into peace. But again, whatever happened, Juicy, is not something new, and it's not something that we really know that it was bound to happen, because we've seen it happen. We've seen incidents that could have led to such incidences. But us as Kenyans, as people who bought those matatus, we don't like hatuwezi like I don't know we don't echo our voice so much enough, because I remember in that matatu where tulikuwa tunatoka Rongai, as I told you guys, I think I was the only normal person, and another middle-aged man, hata hakuanga mzee, like almost like 40 there man kind of age. Huyo ni yeye alikuwa anaenda kwa conductor, anaenda mamwambia, wewe mwambie zime gari, mwambie apunguze sauti, mwambie endeshe gari vizuri. And you know what the tout was saying? Okay, apparently sijui kama ni tout, walikuwa watu kama 50, like karibu watu watano hapo kwa mlango. They are saying like, wewe shuka, wewe shuka. And along the way ilifika tu mahali, I don't know kama huyo mzee alikuwa anashukia hapo, but alishuka, I don't know, Madaraka, it's called Madaraka or it's called Makadara. Alishuka hivyo along karibu na Makadara, I don't know, hapo hivyo ndo alishuka mahali panaitwa hivyo. And I was left like the only normal person, so I knew I better hold my mouth, because if only I can just say what I want this driver to do, the only thing they will do is just to push me out. Watanifukuza, watanitoa kwa gari, and wamenipisha so moja yenye ilipa so moja like kwenda tao at that time. Tena kutoka Galeria, I've never paid like 100 bob. And guys, I don't know what we need to do as Kenyans, because not unless if we just shikana sisi wote and tuseme magari kama hizo hatutakuwa tukipanda, but apparently there are times whereby lazima tu utapanda, because as you can see at that point hiyo jamaa watu wenye walikuwa wamepanda hiyo gari, I'm sure most of them they didn't like the whatever that was happening. But again, it's at least hours, and people need to get home, or rather they need to get wherever they are going on time. And so you don't have like a choice, like you can just say like you born like that, like ni gari yenye tu inakuja tu inakubeba. But I think it's high time our traffic police just do their work. But again, I feel like our traffic police, they just, I don't know, it's kind of they're just pushed so much with so many forces to an extent that they cannot work as they're supposed to be working because I remember tukikuja na hiyo mat kutoka Rongai, nilisikia mse akisema ati unajua hii gari ni ya so and so and so. It's kind of these people, they know they are the law makers. I don't know, they are the constitution owner. So there is nothing that can be done against these people. So we just have to hold our horses until tufike kwenye tunafika, sababu these people apparently ni kama wana own hata hiyo barabara. Okay, that's sarcastically, they don't own it, but the people who belong like are in government, so their vehicles, they just go wherever they want to do. They do everything they want to do just because there is nothing that can be done against them. Okay, that's what I heard from the gari yenye nikiwa ndani ya gari. But I don't know if that's true, but I also feel like I think there is traces of truth in that because I don't know kama ushaipata na traffic police on the wrong side. Like those people, they're just so tough on you for no good reason. Like kupatana tu na traffic police, like ni kama nini yako ili expire jana, license yako ili expire jana. Manze, they will act up as if ni kama hata haujui kuendesha gari. They will act up as if ni kama like I don't know. They usually escalate things so much to an extent that like unaona yenyewe hawa watu, they're really doing their work. But what happens when they see those vehicles doing whatever they're doing? No, they don't act upon them just because there are so many forces that they're pushing them and they're kind of limiting them on how they're doing their own work. So basically, guys, what I'm trying to say is that unless, and I say unless, as is Kenyans, tushikane tu tuseme like hizi gari ni za nani na nani, and kama they are not going to obey the laws za barabara, then we are not going to allow them. Like hatutapanda, we are not going to board them, irrespective of the fact that nitalala kwa stage, like sitapanda kwa hiyo gari, not unless I'm sure and certain that it's going to be driven in the right way. But unajua imefika tu mahali like as for now guys, mi hata sitaki kudanganya. Unaona hata hizi nikipata hata hizo manyanga zikiwa imetulia, hata kama haina music, but niangalie tu hivi nione hii gari inakaa sijui ni rembo rembo, iko na message imechorwa everything, nikiingia ndani nipate screen sijui zinakaje, hata kama haina music at that point when I'm boarding it, mi nashukanga like I just love the peace. Mi nashukanga tu nasema let me just get in the next car, let me just get in the next bus because I love my peace. But I feel like if all of us will just join hand and do that, but again, how are we going to do that while our Gen Zs, that's what they want? How are we going to do that when our Gen Zs, what they want is kwenda wakidansini wakirombosi kwa gari? Like how? Like how? Guys, it's so shameful that we lost 7 innocent Kenyans, and some of them, some of people who were in that matatu, they are still ailing in the hospital. And it's so shameful that apparently we don't have solution for that. Like honestly, we don't have solution for that, not unless if we all face the same cause of the constitution. Nikipatikana na makosa, let me be judged the same way mtoto wa maskini angepatikana kwa makosa. But apparently that's not what happens. Kama wewe ni so and so and who, then you will not even face the arm of law. Mimi mwenye sina makosa na ni mtoto wa maskini, mimi nitafungwa mpaka maini. Like nitafungwa mpaka nitasai. Anyway guys, have a good day.